right in front of me was that famous and delicious food. It was that good. There had to be a way to get my hands on that recipe, even if stealing was the only option. I was in my senior year at the academy. I was working on my thesis about frogs. I was perplexed. I had never seen such a creature, and he appeared to be intelligent. But don't worry, I'm working on something very interesting that I'm sure will please everyone in the academy. What was going on? Yeah, to escape that situation, I had to use my brain, not my muscles. That gave me enough time to splash her with her own magic. Fair enough, he was coming with me. Frogo was not doing so well after escaping from that witch. He looked scared. Understandable. Last time he was attacked right here in his home. He would stay up in his room for the most part, only leaving to make us something to eat. He's a great cook, by the way. He has made us lots of delicious things while we stay at his place. That was actually the only time I saw him smiling. But after eating, he would come back up to his room. I was pretty shaken too. But knowing that my family was here, safe, was a relief. Yeah, these rascals here are my family, but I was not born in that jungle. These nice frogs adopted me when I needed the most, and we became a family. That's what's important in life, I always thought. Being with the people you love. But poor Frogo here was all alone. That must have been really scary. He has a good heart, so I had to make sure that he was going to be okay. And maybe there was something I could do to make him feel safe. I was raised by a merchant. We would travel to many places. And during our long journeys to the east, he would tell me many stories from the books he traded. And he had many stories to tell. But apart from learning stories through those books, I got to see a lot of the world with my own eyes. And everywhere we went, people were trading their resources with us. I saw a lot of forests being put down. Mountains being emptied in search of their precious stones. And entire oceans drained from the water to make room for intricate farms. But what I did not see at the time was the damage we were causing to the precious biomes in our planet. I was young, and to me, that was just how the world worked. I was never exposed to the other side of that. I was never the one behind a cage. After our travels, we would always return west with lots of goods to trade. And the best place to be was right here, at Dusk Harbor. We would always find good food and good customers here. And there was a strange fellow who would always come to trade iron with us. His name was Jack. He would always pay us good emerald for our iron, and he would always tell us the same story. That this iron here was being put to use to protect people. You see, Jack was the eccentric owner of an iron golem factory. Those golems were trained bodyguards, and they were made of iron. That seemed to me a pretty interesting business, making the lives of people safer. So that's why I was back at Dusk Harbor. I was looking for a bodyguard. The raw iron he traded with us would be turned into iron ingots. That would then be compressed to turn into an iron block. That block will be sent to the assembly area, where the magic would happen. He would turn raw materials into a living being. The iron golems just created would go to a refrigeration chamber in order to cool. And later, sent to the training grounds, where they would practice their fighting skills. If they got damaged in the battlefield, they would be fixed. And then finally, sent to the showroom to be hired. But there was only one tiny problem: the price. And the fact that I could not afford one. I thought I could persuade him into giving me one in the name of our long past relationship, but he told me that that's not how he makes business. After all, what else could a parrot offer him if not money? That was a ripoff. How could that bodyguard be so expensive? I took the little money I had and left that place. I could try to get my hands on some ores to sell, but I'm a skinny parrot. I can't just go digging for precious rocks. I can't even hold a pickaxe. And making my own iron golems was out of the question. Back then, iron golems were an exclusive product from Iron for Hire. No one knew how to create them. Every single iron golem you saw in the world was made at the iron factory. Jack could look like a nitwit, but he was brilliant. As the story goes, he came from a village full of experts, but he was not exceptionally good at anything. That village was constantly being attacked by all sorts of creatures, and one day he came up with a way to protect it by creating those iron golems, just like that. I don't know how much of that story is true, to be honest, but that's what people know about him. He left his village soon after and opened up his services right here in the city. He made a lot of money with that discovery, and became very eccentric, if you ask me. That guy was known to be a collector of exotic stuff. I had to come up with a way to make money, and fast. If I could not go digging for stuff to sell, maybe I could sell something else? But what? I returned home to check on Frogo. He was not in his room anymore. He made a bunker under his house and moved down there. He was getting more paranoid. The following morning, as I was eating that delicious breakfast and thinking hard on what to do, I found something that I could sell. This was the best dish I have ever tasted. And what was so special about his food? The secret was the sauce. Frogo found, quite by accident, this honey here that was made from the nectar of those flowers combined with this strange crimson mushroom. It was so delicious that he used it on everything. That was the answer to our problems. I could sell this delicious sauce. If you ventured deep enough at Dusk Harbor's market, you would find uncommon shops and services. And down here, at the lower market, there will be a parrot selling a special sauce made from honey. Yeah, this was not a great location. But this is what I could afford with the little money I had. But that was easy to fix. I put an ad at the market notice board, and that attracted a lot of attention. My business started really slow. People coming this way were not exactly looking for what I was selling. But I believed in this sauce with all my heart. And I knew that as soon as people actually try this, they would love it. Now that people actually knew I existed, they started coming this way looking for a special sauce. Luckily for me, I came prepared and brought a lot of it to sell. And because that sauce would go with anything, other shops opened nearby, and people started experimenting with this sauce with other types of food. But I soon encountered another problem: competition. Seeing the success of my business, some other shops tried to copy Frogo's recipe. And although they were not as delicious as ours, they were cheaper and stealing all of our customers. It was a busy city after all, and that meant that I had to up my game if I wanted to succeed here. One good idea was not enough. But I had a few more ideas to keep me on top. I needed to learn how to succeed in the business world, and the local library was the place to learn all about it. And what did I learn? That it was time to spend money to make money. I was back in the game. Investing my money in this location here was the best thing I could have done. I made a lot of money. Enough to buy me 4 iron golems if I wanted. With my mission completed, I packed my things and left the market. I returned to the factory to place my order, but I saw something that shocked me. Four turtles in a cage were being delivered. That was absurd. How could someone put those magnificent animals inside a cage? Those were endangered species. He could not just put them behind bars like that. I confronted Jack, and he said that he was just doing business. He paid for all those with his own money after all. And then it all clicked. That's why those golems were so expensive. I remember all those places I used to travel when I was young, and for the first time, I was seeing it through a completely different perspective now. I had been inside a cage recently. I know what that feels like. After that, I could not do business with him, of course. He did not deserve to have that much money and power. But I still had to help Frogo. I would have to come up with a new idea. The more we try to make our lives more comfortable, the more resources we take from the world. And by taking those resources, we impact the lives of countless creatures. Some of us can't even understand the impact that this has on our planet. And then there's people like Jack, who think they can take whatever they want from the world because they have money and power. There's not a lot I can do about it. Or is there? If not giving these people more money is the only thing I can do, so be it. That was the second time Frogo was in that city, he told me. And the second time he stole something from them. I did not give that guy a single emerald coin. And we walked out of that factory with all we wanted. Instead of getting bodyguards, I got him 4 new friends. Because in the end, that's what he needed.